welcome to the garden. Today I'm going to be composting some grass clippings, food scraps, and doing some annual maintenance on the compost pile. Grass clippings are really one of the best materials to compost, but you actually have to mix them in with other materials. If you have nothing but grass clippings, you end up with a really thick mat, and this does not decompose very quickly. You can mix these in with dried leaves and even shred them together. I'm lucky enough to actually have a massive compost pile. All this partially finished compost is ideal for mixing our grass clippings with. And since I have them, I'm going to be mixing in a whole bunch of dried leaves too. A good compost pile is going to have plenty of drain holes down at the bottom, but those can actually invite roots from underneath. Roots from nearby plants and trees can actually find their way into your compost pile and drain some of the nutrients. And I've actually seen them over in this corner. So we're going to dig all the way to the bottom and cut back some of those roots. We'll first have to just move all of this compost to one side. But this is going to be the perfect time to fold in our grass clippings and even add some new material from the kitchen. I'm starting to see the roots. So I'm going to slice these back. That's a lot of roots. Oh, look at that guy. Woo! He's a big one. So we got most of those roots. So I'm just going to cover him back up. And this is the perfect time to add dried leaves. So I'm just going to layer those in as we mix them with our grass clippings and our old compost. And this just makes such a beautiful mix. As I go through these dried leaves, I want to keep an eye out for moths. I saw a few moths in here earlier in the season, and there was one in my tumblers that was just enormous. Look at what we found in our compost storage bin. This is extraordinary. Unfortunately, I think we might have trapped it. I kind of want to go all Charles Darwin and pin the thing up. Wow. That's an amazing moth. But those false eyes are really interesting. They do look like eyes, like owl eyes or something. I'm really looking forward to harvesting these compost potatoes just to see if we got any. And we have a pretty sizable tomato. This might actually produce fruit. These actually pop up all the time, but normally I work them back into the pile so that they don't take up any nutrients. And they just show up because I compost whole tomatoes or potatoes that have gone bad. We always want the pile to be damp, but not wet. So this is actually probably perfect as is. And even if we add a bunch of dried leaves, there's still enough moisture in there to have a healthy compost pile. If you can actually wring moisture out of it and it's dripping wet, then it's way too wet. So you want to try and dry that out, give it some sun, add some more dry material like leaves or sawdust. It's really great if you can shred these. That way they'll mix in a lot easier and they'll break down even faster. And you can do this in bulk with your lawnmower. It just makes for ideal brown material for your compost. That perfect carbon-rich balance just to even out those nitrogen-rich food scraps from the kitchen. Already we've gone through half of this bin, and we could just add the whole thing if we want. Every single one of these leaves is coming down this autumn, so we'll collect up a whole bunch. So I hope you give this a go in your garden. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.